I had a chance encounter with the world's most expensive BMW 850Csi ever built in the whole world. Well, that's what they say anyway. I can't be sure if that's the case, but at £97,500 in 1993, it's got to be pretty much up there, and it is a very special car. And I had time to have a good look around it, and I found you lots of photographs. I found you another video on it as well. I know who owns it now, and more importantly than that, or more interestingly, I know the bloke who sold it to the person who first bought it and who specified it to £97,500. So let's start at the start of this chance encounter. Well, my 650i had a recall to go back to BMW, the one for the lead that comes off the battery, goes through the boot and then catches fire to the car while you're driving along. So I thought it's probably worth having that done. My local BMW is Barron's. Been here for absolutely years, right since the 70s, probably earlier. Now called Group 1, and they've moved headquarters about a couple of miles out of Hindhead. Anyway, I dropped the car off there, saw the engineer, he said, yeah, we'll sort it out, and we'll do a video underneath so you can see if anything's gone wrong. Oh, just what you need, isn't it, really? Anyway, my wife picked me up from Barron's, and as we drove off, I was looking in the showroom. What? That was an E31. What's that doing in the showroom? I thought, I'm going to have to go and have a look at that. I've no idea what an E31's doing in the showroom. I don't know anything about it. It looked a lovely colour, I must admit. So anyway, my wife took me back up to Barron's the next day to pick the car up. Work's all done, not catching fire anymore. And so I thought, right, I'm going to go in and have a look at this car before I do anything else. I've got my video camera with me so I can go round and do some video for you so you can have a look at the car. And it was an 850Csi, and not only an 850Csi, which is rare as hen's teeth in the UK. You see so few of them these days. I don't think I've seen one on the road, well, ever really. Seen one at car shows, yeah, but that doesn't really count. Anyway, it's an 850Csi and it's in a beautiful colour. And I had a look at the interior. Wow, it's two-tone interior. Champagne Napa leather and I think Arctic blue or something like that, or ice blue. And the exterior colour I think is Arctic blue, but I couldn't be sure. I can find the spec on that anyway. But it was a spectacular car and I couldn't believe it just sitting there in the showroom at BMW. So I said to one of the salespeople, I said, why have you got an E31 in here? She said, it's here for staging, as though I'd know what that meant. I said, well, what does staging mean? Well, it's when the owner of the car wants to sell it, he can put it in our showroom if it's something special, and it was. And then if someone's interested in it, they just contact us and we'll get in touch with the owner of the car and it'd be sold like that. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, I had a good old look around it, lots of photographs for you. And I thought when I got home, I'm going to try and find out all I can about the car. So Google search as usual. And the first place I found it was Munich Legends. And they had sold it, I don't know when, probably 3 or 4 years ago, somewhere around that. I've actually got the information of when it was sold, so I ought to look that up. In the pictures, I thought, yeah, that's obviously the same car. There's not going to be two cars with the same colour combination. Then I had another look at the interior and the steering wheel was a different colour. And I thought, well, that's not the same, is it? Surely it can't be two CSIs with the same interior. And then I thought, no, something's got to be changed here. Anyway, I had to look at all the photographs, all the same. Apart from it had the standard exhaust on it in the Munich Legends pictures, and this steering wheel being in a different colour. What sold me on the fact it was the same car was the aftermarket head unit in it. And it was the same in the Munich Legends picture as it was in Baron. So it's obviously the same car and something's happened to it in the intervening period. So sold by Munich Legends, and I thought that was the end of the trail. Someone now owns it. And a bit more of a look, and eventually I found a picture of the same car receiving an award, and it was an award, prestigious award for an insurance company, and there's the guy that owned it. Now this was only a couple of years ago, so he was probably the present owner, and the car looked absolutely fantastic. Not only that, had the steering wheel in the same colour as it is now in Barron's, so the steering wheel's changed colour, and also the exhaust has changed to an aftermarket one. But more important to me was the fact you could see the registration number on the car. And being in the United Kingdom, we can go through a car's history with that, without having to pay money or anything. We can find out the MOT history, which is the Ministry of Transport tests. And from that, we can see how many miles it's done, how many times it's passed, how many times it's failed, and so on. And yeah, and we now know what the current mileage is, which is just over 41,000 miles. And that was shown on the last MOT, which was quite recent. Interesting also was there's a long period of 10 years where it did something like 3,000 miles. So it wasn't going anywhere. The other interesting thing was that there's quite a few MOT fails. Someone's obviously having a stab at doing the mechanical work themselves, because one of the failures, and I've never seen it before, brake lines twisted. It's probably not a good thing on a CSI. You want to stop one of those. So yeah, something had happened. So who owned it in the first place was the next question. Now I found that out by another YouTube video. And this YouTube video was only done 2 months ago, and it's done by a detailing company, Topaz. They made a fantastic job of it. They must have done, because 2 months ago, and it's now in BMW showroom, it looks absolutely spotless. You can't see a mark on it. So Topaz Detailing showed the car and showed them detailing it and gave me a bit further information. They're the ones who said it was £97,500. Showed the invoice for the car and showed all the sort of individual stuff stuck on it and so on. And a sort of fuzzy out of focus sort of picture, but it was interesting all the same. And in their video, of course, the car was exactly the same as it is at Barron's. So it's been detailed, it's gone to Barron's for sale. Oh, by the way, if you'd noticed in the video that I took of the E31 and Barron's, there's an E34 M5 there as well. Not sure if it's owned by the same person, but it might be. Nice Empires on it, but I could hardly look at it because I was looking at the CSI. It's such a fantastic car. Okay, so in the detailer's video, they said the car was initially specified and sold through Barron's to a lady professional golfer. She'd done well in the 80s and 90s, used the money to buy and specify the best BMW 850Csi in the whole world. Fantastic. So now we know who the original owner is. We know how much it sold for. And from the MOT history, we can see that it went quite a few miles to start with, and then it didn't for a long time. So I'm guessing it changed hands. Now, MOT history only goes back a certain distance, because before that, all MOTs were just handwritten documents, and now it's all computerized. So we can go back a certain distance, but that's as far as we can. So the first MOT is about 27,000 miles. And then there's a long period where it didn't go anywhere, 3,000 miles in 10 years. And then it was obviously sold to the current owner, done a few miles, been detailed, won an award, and it's now in Barron's. But the interesting thing about Barron's is that I know the salesman who sold the car to the lady professional golfer. And that's because he was my best friend in the 60s and 70s, a guy called Chris Laycock. And here he is between me and my brother. Now, Chris was a huge car nut. It's actually MGs was his first passion, but he went to Barron's probably in the 80s, and he stayed there ever since. And I saw him at Barron's a couple of years ago, just as he was retiring. So he was the guy who sold the E31s, and he knew all about my more metallic E31, knew all the blurb on it and all the rest of it. But he was well known for being the best seller of the E31s, and he sold the best, most expensive BMW 850Csi ever made in the whole world to the professional golfer. So now we've gone full circle, we've gone all the way up to the latest date, 2024, and we've gone right back to 1993, in fact to the 60s and Chris Laycock. All strange coincidences, but a fantastic detective story to me. I love things like that. Just a chance encounter to see this CSI in Barron's, and if I hadn't turned round as we drove off, I'd never have seen it there. But it was just so stark an image. It was an E31, and you don't see E31s. Don't even see 840s these days, apart from at car shows. I hadn't seen another E31 for at least 5 years on our roads. Not at all. The only time you see them is at car shows. So seeing it in Barron's, and it's an 850 CSI as well, and not only that, the most expensive one in the whole world, and I know the bloke who sold it. Just a strange run of coincidences. Anyway, I loved doing all the detective work on that. Fantastic. Anyway, put the thumbs up if you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.